So, Ken, in 1984, I was knee deep in heavy metal. Okay. I was loving Twisted Sister, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. Headbangers Ball was going to come on in a couple of years. That was my life.
Yeah.
But this was also part of my life. New Editions, Cool It Now.
That's right. Will, you are correct. You couldn't get away from this song. This song shaped our childhoods.
Man, I'm going to tell you what. To be honest with you, when this song first came out, I don't know if MTV was playing black artists besides Prince and Michael Jackson.
They were not. I used to watch this on Video Soul on BET.
That's okay. Then that's where I saw this, because I was like, I don't remember this on MTV, but I remember seeing the video all the time.
Yes. Matter of fact, thank you, Donnie Simpson, for enlightening us.
Was he the host?
Yeah, he was the host.
Okay, appreciate that insight. Anyway, so for me, when I was a kid, I used to live on a military base, and we used to have a youth center. Like a YMCA.
No, I remember. I used to go to the youth center too on base.
Okay, I don't remember seeing you there. You must not have been there often. But having said that, they were always playing this song. Like, this to me is the youth center song. That's why I was so eager to talk about it, just to talk about going to the youth center and hearing this song every single day for 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but when you actually get into like the nuts and bolts of the song and the band members, pretty interesting song, pretty interesting background for New Edition themselves. Now, dude, this was a hit. This was number 4 on the Hot 100. It was New Edition's first top 10 song. And even though this was their second album, this was their breakthrough album.
Yeah.
Because the first album had, what's the popcorn or Candy Girl?
Candy Girl.
Candy Girl, right.
Thank you. I see
Okay,
the dancing in my head.
but Candy Girl didn't blow up like this did. Like, because this album also had Mr. Telephone Man. With dude, when I thought about covering a New Edition song, it was a flip of the coin. It was either this or Mr. Telephone Man.
Yeah.
And I love this song so much. We might just do Mr. Telephone Man, next year sometime.
Yep.
Okay, because I was so excited when I was like, oh, wow, they're on the same album. Because I did not buy this album as a kid. Did you have the New Edition album?
My boy did.
Your boy?
Yeah, when my homeboys growing up, he had the album.
Oh, okay.
So we'd sit there and spin it and listen to it.
And here's the thing, man, because this really was a reemergence of like the boy bands, the boy groups, the vocal groups.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, funny you say that. Because as we're preparing for this single, and knowing New Edition, Maurice Starr, who sort of spearheaded the emergence in the boy groups and the boy bands as we're talking about. And I was discussing with you, and I thought he had got ones from the late 90s or mid-late 90s and blew them up. But no, it was these guys and New Kids on the Block.
Okay.
So you can see how these guys kicked the door open, and they were the forebears, if you will.
Right. And for those who don't know, New Edition's individual members might be more popular than New Edition, because let's go over the members, Ken. We're not even going to get to the biggest one first, okay? The most notorious member. First, you've got Ralph Tresvant, and he does lead vocals on this song.
Yes.
And raps a little bit, because I know you know that rap by heart. Okay? And I could not even tell you a single hit from Ralph Tresvant, but when I asked you, I said, Ken, what was Ralph Tresvant's hit when he was a solo artist? It was...
And I said, I said sensitive. It's a one-word, sensitive,
Sensitivity, man.
Thank you, sensitive. See, I'm all about being insensitive. It's on my head right now.
Man, come on.
Sensitivity.
Okay, but he did sing their hits. He sang this, Mr. Telephone Man, didn't he sing Mr.
Now, I want to say Bobby sang Mr. Telephone Man.
I don't know my New Edition like I should.
Hey.
But hey, this is not my...
Hey, you know what? This
full
isn't
disclosure,
Mr.
this isn't
right
my
now.
wheelhouse. Okay? Then we got Bell Biv DeVoe.
So, yeah. Michael Bivins, Ronnie Bell.
Nope.
Ronnie
DeVoe.
Bell. Ronnie DeVoe, Michael Bivins,
and
Ricky Bell.
Yep.
I did say Ronnie Bell, didn't I?
Yeah, you
Snap. At any other point in my life, I would have never said Ronnie Bell.
It's okay. It's
But
okay.
yeah, I say it right here, right now.
Yeah, and on this song we hear Bivens and DeVoe rap too. Them and Ralph, man, they're trading rap verses. I'm just gonna be honest with you, not the best raps I've ever heard in my life.
It was the 80s, man.
It was, but come on, man, there were great rap artists in the '80s.
But they were singers. That's not their thing.
Then don't do it. It's kind of like you said with the new kids, like when Donnie Wahlberg would try to rap. You know?
Hey, but you know what? They're all crying themselves to sleep right now in those
that
big
money
fat
bed.
money pillows.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
you.
hey, oh. I think we forgot a member.
Oh wait, so you're talking about Johnny Gill, right? Rub you the right way, because Johnny Gill was a part of New Edition also.
Yes, and before Johnny Gill joined the group, Bobby Brown was in the band. So
That's right.
There we go. Like
And-
I said,
and-
Notorious Bad Boy.
And I hope anyone who's listening to this, I don't have to explain Bobby Brown. My Prerogative, what's the Every Little Step, Ghostbusters 2 theme song.
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Bobby Brown was all over MTV, humping his way to the top.
Yeah,
Humping around. I mean, married to Whitney Houston, right?
Yep.
Spiraled out of control, bad drug habits, had his own TV show before,
Yeah, the whole
tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
But by far the most successful member of New Edition, Bobby Brown. Wouldn't you say? Has to be, right? Like, not even a debate. Because Biv DeVoe had one album that was a huge hit. Bobby Brown had 2 or 3. And he's Bobby Brown. Everybody knows Bobby Brown. And he married Whitney Houston. None of the other ones did. I couldn't tell you their wives.
Well, okay. I was going to debate everything till you brought in Whitney Houston. I'm like, I got to back away.
Whitney did
'cause
marry Ralph
Whitney-
Tresvant.
Hey,
That's reality, man. But
yeah.
But seriously, these are huge players in the future in the music industry for at least a bit in that early 90s.
Oh, they've impacted music to the point that most people don't even realize. Like I was mentioning earlier, as we were preparing, you had, I guess, in my mind, we had 2 new editions. We had Cool It Now when we were in elementary school, and then when we were older, late teens, early 20s, the second new edition. That's where Johnny Gill came into play, because shortly after this album, Bobby Brown left the group, and then a few years later, he blew up. They reassembled as a 5-piece. I mean, they were a 4-piece, but once they got that 5th member again, Any Heartbreak blew up again.
I was already out. By that time, I was listening to Slayer, Metallica. I was out of the loop. I was not listening to second edition of New Edition.
Wow.
I was out.
Man, I must have been weird, because I was still listening to Metallica and New Edition.
Yeah, but
back
Ken,
then.
I want to bring this up because you have this special talent that people don't know about. Okay, and it involves your brain. Nothing else, just your brain, not your guitar playing skills. You are able to identify a song within, I would say, 1.5 seconds of hearing the first note or first instrument come in of any song from, say, 1982 to 1991.
Yeah.
You are just on. Ken and I used to be roommates, i.e., I used to sleep on his couch when I had nowhere else to go. Okay? And to pass the time, as we've done for the last 30 years, we listen to music.
Yep. Listen, talk about it.
And I went down a rabbit hole where I was listening to nothing but top 10 hits from the 1980s. And then as I'm sampling the songs, deciding if I want to put them on my playlist or not, Ken just starts rattling off titles. So then I just start hopping around to different songs. And Ken, you had like, I'm just going to throw out a number, a 93% success rate for close to maybe 70 songs, where you were just nailing the titles of those songs by hearing like 2 taps of a drum, by hearing the first synthesizer pop out of the speakers. Just, you were nailing it. And some of them are easy, but some of them I was like, how do you know that? Because it sounds like 4 other songs I just played for you. And so when you tell me New Edition had a second wave, of popularity, I'm going to trust you because you know all these songs, man.
My mama always said I was an idiot savant.
I'm not going to disagree.
Just without the savant.
Now, check this out, man. Cool It Now was actually written by Rick Timas and Vincent Brantley. Now, I have no idea who these guys are. I don't know if they ever wrote a song after Cool It Now. But what's special, I found this out on Wikipedia, Rick Timas played bass, guitar, and drums on this song, while the other writer, Vincent Brantley, played the keyboards, which are all over the song. This is an 80s song. In fact, Ken, this might be the most dated song that we have listened to, not just on our singles show, but on our album shows. This might be the song where once you hear 5 seconds from this song, you know this is the 80s, and there is no doubt which decade this was recorded in.
And I'll tell you, I've said it before, and I will say it till the cows come home, or the second coming. I am not a fan of the 80s R&B when the synthesizer, arpeggiated synthesizer came into play. And as I say these words right now,
You love this song.
I love this song.
Of
I
course you
will
do.
never tire of this song.
Ken, you and I were watching the video together, and we were both moving our head like Ralph was moving his head, right? When he goes, "You got to lose control," dude, we were losing it, man. We were having such fun with this song. You cannot love this song,
Yeah.
or not love this song. You have to love this song.
Oh yeah, it took me straight back to grade school. I'm gonna have to play this for my kids, just to see what their expression, what they think about it.
This is how it's going to go. They're going to listen. They're going to look up from their phones, look at you with a look of disbelief, and just go right back to their phones. They're not even going to pay you no
Yeah,
mind.
probably.
Okay.
Probably.
I mean, like I said, when you and I were kids, we didn't have little fun answer boxes to take
Yeah.
away the time. We actually had to go to youth centers to interact with people.
Yeah, and had to talk in the car or look out the window.
That's right. Unless your dad was listening to like talk radio or something, you were bored to tears
Yep.
because you didn't have anything to occupy your time. Anyway, we're just reminding people we're old. That's all we're doing here, man. Now, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Ralph Tresvant, dude, his voice in this song, he sounds so young. Never mind that he's singing in like a falsetto, right?
They haven't dropped yet on those 5 kids, so
But
still high.
he just sounded so young in this, man. But it actually gives the song part of its charm. That whole thing of like discovering girls and oh wow. I mean, even the video of this song, man, they got them standing in the sunset. He's hanging with the fellas. The
Yep.
girl comes, and then he's trying to look cool in front of his friends, but at the same time he's really smitten with this girl. So as soon as he's away from the friends, he runs to her, and then the friends start doing the rap so that they can like warn him, like, yo, if you want this girl, this is what you have to do, knowing that none of them have girls yet. I mean, this video, Kim, we're gonna jump right to the video too. This video was one of the best videos of the 1980s, not called David Lee Roth's California Girls.
I have to agree with you on that one because, yeah.
It was so charming, man. It was like you got New Edition. I was gonna say you got Belle Biv DeVoe, which you do, but you also got Bobby Brown and Ralph Tresvant there. You got them playing on the basketball court, right? Just trying to score points, and then all of a sudden the girl comes out, and then Ralph gets cold feet and doesn't know what to do. And then you have all these tropes of like sitting on the stairs with your friends, kind of like the Rolling Stones Waiting on a Friend video. You got Ralph and his girl with the sunset behind them at the pier. Like, there are just so many cheesy yet endearing qualities about this video. And at the end, every member of Belle Biv DeVoe gets a girl and they walk. New Edition gets a girl and they walk. Well, every member of Belle Biv DeVoe did get a girl, along with Bobby Brown and Ralph. Do you agree with me though, man? This video was fun to watch, but it could be just because we're old men. But it was fun.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. It is nostalgic. And maybe it's because I'm a dad now. I do appreciate the fact that his hands were to himself.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because I know. Because
Yeah, because
these hands. Yeah.
yeah,
I understand that.
that's how I roll these days in life.
I
I'm here to jack
understand.
people up. Keep your hands to yourself.
Now, another interesting note about this song before we wrap this up is that there are actually two versions. The album version is almost 6 minutes long. This song did not need to be six
No,
minutes long.
no.
The single version, if anyone listens, that's the one you want. Now, in the comments, I'm going to leave a link to the album and the single version. Let you make up your own mind. However, I strongly urge you, if you want to keep all the good parts, just listen to the single version. You get the two raps, right, from the Belle Biv DeVoe and Ralph's rap. Why are you joking? Because I think Belle and Biv were rapping. Right? And then Ralph's rapping, so you get to keep the raps, you get to keep all of the quality verses, you know? But you don't have to listen to the song for 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of little overindulgence of a good thing. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, you're
That's
absolutely right. Hey, one more thing about the video, and then we're going to wrap this up. My man Ralph Tresvant had some crooked teeth.
and that's the beauty of this, because again, it was their second album. They were kids. If you see the videos that they did after this, had braces. They had acne. Why? Because they were kids and they were growing up. And
Because
so-
they were touring and making money where they could afford a dentist. That's what it was.
yeah, but it was
Unless
cool.
what's their manager's name, Maurice Starr? Unless he was, taking the money out from their dentist bills and pocketing that too. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
He's a crook.
Yeah, so he did take some money. Although
Take some money. Man.
I do have to say, and this is quite random, my cousin is a huge New Edition fan till this day. She's our age. She's a school principal. You let New Edition come to town, you know where she is.
Hey man, true story. When I was teaching, we had a testing day, right?
Yep.
Now testing day, you keep the kids for 3 hours. The test lasts 32 minutes, man. Right? Like you're going to keep kids for 3 hours to test for a test that takes 30 to 45 minutes. There's a lot of time to kill. So I was killing time saying, oh, let's watch some videos from the 80s. I showed them all the classics, Milli Vanilli, Sister Christian, right? All
Yep.
the good ones. And then I played New Edition, Cool It Now.
Yeah.
And these kids thought this was the dumbest thing they'd ever seen. Knowing what they wear today, knowing how they dress, they thought these were the most uncool guys they had ever seen in their lives.
Yeah, that's because they never seen young kids with their pants up on around their waist. That's why I said that.
Anyway, look, Ken, we would be lying to ourselves if we said that this song it stood the test of time in that you and I still enjoy it from our childhood, but the sound is, like I said, it's dated. This song is not a sound that you would ever hear later on.
Heavens forbid, I hope not. But like I said, this is not a sound that I ever want to hear again. I didn't like it back in the 80s, the synth R&B.
Oh, man.
I like instruments. I like organic. I like
Right.
the raw, the feeling. And thankfully, we've reached that happy medium within R&B to where even diehard R&B artists don't want to go back to this.
Well, even if you look at like when Belle Biv DeVoe was blown up in the early 90s, you also had bands like Tony who were playing their own instruments. And so they were getting back to it even as early as like
Yeah.
late 80s, early
yeah,
90s.
begin the New Jack Swing, and it just kept
Yeah.
going.
So there's that to be said. Look, we had a blast talking about this song. Took me and Ken back to the youth center.
Yep.
If you enjoyed today's show, please hit like. If you want to hear more shows, hit subscribe so you can get notifications when a new show drops. Please leave your comments. We want to know if you were a New Edition fan or if you became a New Edition fan later on. So please do that, and we'll talk to you again next time.